What if big games made Sonic Speed Simulator? Now, I feel like this is a question not many people have been asking, but I found it really intriguing to think about what would have happened if Sonic Speed Simulator was made by other developers. And today, I'm going to be covering what if it was made by Big Games, which, if you didn't know, they're the company that's made all of the Pet Simulator games, the Pet Go games, Steal a Pet, all of that stuff. They've gone through a ton of drama, but they have actually had tons of awesome feats. So I hope you guys enjoy this what if video, and with that, let's get straight into it. Alright, now I think before we start, we need to acknowledge that Big Game's style of making games is really different. So whilst many of the face Sonic Speed Simulator things would be the same, I feel like some of the biggest things that would have been different are, of course, the Chow system. I feel like it would be a lot bigger and more substantial within SSS, and I feel like there would have been a bigger strain on the shop, on pay to win. See, everybody says SSS is pay to win now, but when you think about it, paying doesn't give you that much of an advantage compared to other games. Like in Pet Simulator 99, if I don't pay for game passes, I'm kind of screwed. I don't get enough different things, I'm kind of gonna be lacking. But in SSS, it just takes a little bit of extra effort to get up to those people that have paid. And payment usually only gives you extra cosmetics and cool stuff, which isn't actually valuable when it comes to winning. So I would definitely say the progression system would be much harder. Everything in the shop would be updated constantly. We'd always be getting new game passes. Everything would be a ton more expensive, so all of the top YouTubers would probably have all of that. There would most probably not be weekly events like we do see in Sonic Speed Simulator now. Most probably events like every month, and new worlds, don't even get me started. We probably would only even have like 5 worlds at most, and I don't even think they could secure collab worlds like New York. Any new events we would get would be made temporary. For example, if Big Games had Sonic Speed Simulator and at that time we got Pumpkin Hill, it would definitely not stay permanently. It would be gone and it would never come back. But I feel like seasonal events would be much bigger strains. The Valentine's event, the winter event, the Easter event, all of that would be much more important. And I think this is a bit obvious, but in the shop we would have like an egg sort of system, not like the golden eggs where you have to run to claim, more like one of the pet sim systems where you can get huge pets and all that stuff. One more important thing is the focus on actually progressing and getting higher levels would also be important. Like right now, SSS's progression hasn't been very streamlined because we only really get a new quest giver every like few months when a new world is added, which is fair considering, you know, we don't get new worlds for a while because they are really big and high quality. But it just shows that leveling up isn't kind of useful anymore. It's mainly about collecting skins and dropping your wallet on stuff. And I feel like this one's really funny to think about, but if we had Sonic Speed Simulator by Big Games, we would have Sonic Speed Simulator spin-offs. Yeah, we would probably have Sonic RNG, Steal a Sonic, which funnily enough, that actually is a game, but it isn't official. It's just a fan game, which I have actually tested out in a video already, which was pretty fun, not gonna lie. But we would definitely see tons of those, and there would probably be a lot of drama. We'd probably get NFTs, all that sort of stuff, which nobody likes. And I feel like Sonic Speed Simulator would already have been dead if Big Games did make it, so I'm glad Big Games didn't, but you know, let me know what you guys think. That's pretty much it for my thoughts in today's video. I just want to make it clear that I am not hating on Big Games. Like, yeah, they've made some really bad decisions, but I'm not saying they're that terrible of a game development company. Post-editing, they kind of are. But honestly, I found it really interesting to think about what would have happened if GameFam didn't make it. Would it have gone in a better or a worse direction? If you guys want to see me make a video on what if Sega made Sonic Speed Simulator and like no Roblox development companies, make sure to let me know down below in the comments. If you guys are liking these what if style videos, also make sure to let me know down below in the comments. See you in the next one. Bye guys.